ain't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Alright guys, if you guys don't know, the chapter spoilers recently released, specifically Boruto chapter 67, and there was a bunch of things in those spoilers. One of the biggest things that I did actually want to talk about for today's video was the possibility of Momoshiki actually warning Boruto about Kawaki. Now, this right here is an idea that I pretty much had just stemming off of the last couple of chapters, specifically based off of Kawaki's attitude and specifically based off Kawaki's behavior. Not only that, Shikamaru kind of backed up my concerns in the chapter as well, but specifically Momoshiki told Boruto in episode 65 in chapter 10, one day those blue eyes will take everything from you. We don't know which blue eyes he was talking about. In my podcast yesterday, we're kind of debating specifically which blue eyes they were talking about. It probably isn't going to be the Jogan, mainly because Boruto only has one Jogan and Momoshiki says eyes, which is plural. And not only that, the Jogan is also stated to be a white eye. Not only that, it's stated to be a pure eye, which is why it's quote unquote white as well. In this particular situation right now, I think that he was probably talking about Naruto. The blue eyes of Naruto is probably going to take everything away from Boruto one day. Now, my idea is not that Naruto specifically is going to actually forcefully take everything away from Boruto. I personally believe it's going to be a certain situation where Kawaki himself takes everything away from Boruto in the name of protecting the 7th Hokage. And this right here, as I said, stems from the last chapter and stems from a lot of the other chapters that we did actually get to see. A couple of months ago, I think about 2 months ago, either 2 or 3 months ago, the anime and the manga replicated the same exact sentiment from Kawaki. Kawaki was essentially pledging his loyalty to not only the Hidden Leaf Village, but specifically to Naruto. Naruto is the person that took Kawaki in. Naruto is the first person to actually legitimately respect Kawaki. Naruto is the first person to legitimately be a correct father figure to Kawaki. And because of that, Kawaki has literally pledged his life to protecting Naruto and of course what Naruto stands for, i.e. the Hidden Leaf Village. Now, here comes the actual downside. There may come a time where Kawaki values Naruto's life over the lives of others, over the lives of civilians, over the lives of other citizens, over the lives of other ninjas in the village. And this right here essentially stems from a couple of chapters ago. This right here is where we really start to see it. And Shikamaru even pointed this out, as I said earlier. During that time, Kawaki was faced with a decision. He understood that Boruto was a threat to Naruto. Now, remind you guys, Kawaki is a very good friend to Boruto. Throughout most of the series when Kawaki was introduced, they have both considered each other brothers. Now, when it came down to it and Kawaki literally had to kill Boruto, Kawaki had absolutely no hesitation. The reason why he had absolutely no hesitation is because he was doing it for the sake of Naruto. Now, in my personal opinion, this right here isn't necessarily that big of a deal, mainly because it was a necessary thing that Kawaki would have to do. Shikamaru even said in the last chapter that this right here is probably going to be an inevitable outcome. Someone was going to eventually have to try to kill Boruto because Momoshiki kept trying to take over Boruto. But the concerning thing is the fact that Kawaki showed absolutely no remorse. Kawaki didn't feel bad. Kawaki didn't shed a tear. Kawaki had absolutely no emotion. Now, some people may think that's a very good thing. Some people may think that, hey, Kawaki is just being a ninja. Kawaki is doing what ninjas are usually supposed to do. Even in one of the first great arcs of the Naruto series, Zabuza actually told people that, hey, ninjas are supposed to be tools. Ninjas aren't necessarily supposed to have emotions. Not only that, you could just look at the Humble Black Ops. Humble Black Ops literally just throw their lives away with absolutely no care in the world. It's like they're happy to do so. Kawaki would have probably been Danzo's favorite student, by the way, but it could also be viewed in the other way. It could also be viewed as Kawaki is willing to do anything in the world with no remorse to actually complete his goal. And I think this right here, along with Shikamaru, is why I'm really worried about Kawaki and why Momoshiki may have actually been warning Boruto about Kawaki in the last chapter. Now, some people may ask, how would this happen? Like, how would Kawaki take everything away from Boruto to actually protect Naruto? We do not know. Momoshiki Otsutsuki himself, I don't even think that he fully knows as well. In Boruto episode 65 and in Boruto chapter 10, Momoshiki read Boruto's fate. The reason why it's not necessarily too clear, I personally believe, is because Momoshiki can't read his own fate. He said that also in that specific episode and chapter. But the reason why it's not necessarily too clear for Momoshiki is that Momoshiki's fate and Boruto's fate right now, they are diametrically linked. So the only thing that Momoshiki knows right now is that those blue eyes will eventually take everything away from Boruto, and Momoshiki is very interested as well. Momoshiki literally said that Boruto is a character that he could possibly visit in the future to see exactly how this goes down. Now, there is a hint in the last chapter which makes me kind of see a pathway where this right here could possibly be the case. In the last chapter, Shikamaru was kind of pointing to some political ramifications for Naruto and Boruto. One of the things that we do know about Naruto is that he's been very emotional handling the whole entire thing. I know at the end of the day, everything really worked out fine, but let's keep it 1,000. There is a rogue ninja that was connected to the Kata organization that had absolutely no link to the Hidden Leaf Village that Naruto brought in, understanding that he was like a huge risk, and kept him in his house. Not only that, that same ninja that he kept in his house got the Hidden Leaf Village invaded multiple times. Delta invaded the Hidden Leaf Village, Jigen invaded the Hidden Leaf Village, Momoshiki Otsutsuki invaded the Hidden Leaf Village. Later on, I'm pretty sure Code is probably going to invade the Hidden Leaf Village. All for Kawaki, a character that Naruto did not really have to bring in. Not only that, there is that conflict of interest. Boruto, which is Naruto's son, is one of the biggest problems to the Hidden Leaf Village right now, mainly because Momoshiki Otsutsuki continually took over his body. A lot of people are probably going to question, and Shikamaru's pointing to this, should Naruto continue to be the Hokage? I personally believe if there is hypothetically an uprising against Naruto where people want Naruto to step down from being the Hokage, it's 1000% possible for Kawaki to see that as a threat to Naruto and try to actually eliminate that threat, try to actually eliminate the people who are actually talking down on Naruto. Here's where things could possibly get very, very tricky. There's a possibility that other Kages out there may actually believe that Naruto should actually step down. Hypothetically, if that's the case, I fear for another war in the Ninjaverse. And I want to make this very clear. This is not from Naruto's perspective. This is only from Kawaki's perspective. I think that Kawaki, as of right now, from what we did see, he himself would probably do something crazy to just protect Naruto, which in turn would probably affect Boruto and will probably eventually take everything from Boruto, which is why in the future, when Kawaki is essentially confronting Boruto, Boruto says to Kawaki, I didn't think you'd go this far, which essentially means that, hey, Boruto knows what Kawaki's doing. It could definitely be the fact that Kawaki's just trying to protect Naruto, but also Kawaki specifically says the age of shinobi is over. If the shinobi themselves turn their back against Naruto, I would not doubt at all Kawaki's goal would be the eradication of all shinobis, or the eradication of the whole entire shinobi system. If Naruto can't be the Hokage, there doesn't have to be any Kages then. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I honestly do believe there's 100% a very good possibility that Kawaki starts to do very, very dangerous things just for the sole protection of a character like Naruto, and specifically what Momoshiki was saying, the blue eyes. I don't think that Boruto, his own blue eyes, is going to take everything from him, and I can't really see Naruto intentionally doing anything to really harm Boruto. 100% it might be Kawaki, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I'm definitely excited to see exactly what you guys think about it, and of course drop some of your theories about this upcoming chapter. I'm probably going to make a video specifically replying to a couple of you guys comments, but it's me, your boy Baara, and we out.
It's a knife.